Picasso once said, "The meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away." I grew up in a small town, Rockledge, Florida, just on the intercoastal of Cocoa Beach, where I then attended Flagler College for graphic design. So while attending Flagler, I actually fell in love with the art of silkscreening. Somebody told me that if I were to put my drawings onto a t-shirt, they would wear it. And that's really where the spark to my clothing company started. I went and learned how to silkscreen, and by the end of the day, I was actually working for that company. I really took that to the next level by starting my own brand in my dorm room. And by the time I graduated college, I had stores all over the world and my own business. And although I love being an entrepreneur, I really started to see myself become more of a boss than an artist. And I wanted to take back the passion that really started me when I was in college. I grew up living in a major city, and so the older I got, the more I realized I wanted to live a more simple life and put that life back into my work. So I've moved out here into Asheville, and you can see the beautiful mountains, keeps you more drawn to nature. Over the past decade, I've created a style that I call neo-mosaic. It's a combination of all the things I love, like silk screening, graphic design, and sculptural textures. Each piece that I create usually starts out with an idea in my head, obviously, and I bring to life by starting with a digital rendering. And then I build those graphic designs onto canvas, and I can embellish that with acrylic, spray paint, and start taking flowers and natural elements apart and recreating that into the painting to create these textural elements, similar to a brushstroke. During that process is when these signature elements like the shattered glass come into play. And that's what really brings the piece to life. These shadows and textures, when the light hits it just right, is what I'm really shooting for. It's what I'm really trying to bring the collector into the painting when they see my work. Once that's all complete, I use epoxy resin, which is a two-part hardener, and I layer that resin multiple times to create the right depth depending on the piece that I'm creating. One of my main sources of inspiration has always been bonsai. And it's something that I truly have a passion for personally. And so by being able to take those trees when they're dormant and bring them into my art studio, trim them up, and then take photographs of them, put them into my artwork, is something that I feel is a real true source of inspiration for me. You're gonna see a few of my bonsai pieces that have real moss from my property in North Carolina. And this is meant to make the painting come to life. It's something that you have to nurture and water and keep alive. And that's what the art of bonsai is. So I wanted to create an art piece of a bonsai that you actually had to nurture and keep alive yourself. I used to walk the city streets and sidewalks and not really have the textural things around me to build what I wanted, but when I moved out into the woods, and as I walked through the dirt roads and find these different shaped rocks and patches of moss, I see nothing but possibilities that I can build different textures into my work. And that's why I truly love being out in the middle of nature, on the top of a mountain, and showing that in my work.